Holy Spirit, I don't want to lose you. Welcome to devotion. Yes, I can be dramatic. Operator, operator, can I get an open line? Operator, operator, it's just about time. Operator, operator, got something on my mind. Can I talk to Jesus? Connect me to the vine. Okay, so Spirit, you didn't. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Lord, please help me not to go all around the globe before I get to the point on this. But if I do, so be it. It is well with my soul. When peace like a river attended my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll. I got to sing it really slow because I'm not really sure about how it goes. Whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well. It is well with my soul. Okay, side note, please listen to Mahalia Jackson sing It Is Well. YouTube it, whatever you got to do, but it is so worth it. The beautiful Mahalia Jackson. She keeps me at night. Okay. Her music ministry. And yes, I'm dodging. I'm trying to throw, oh, Spirit, I don't want to lose our love. Okay. So I have so many questions and so many things come up in my spirit. I be pondering, I be thinking, and I'm glad Spirit gave me this assignment. I said I'm glad he, really? Yes. Why am I glad? Because I've grown. It's brought me closer. Okay, so step one. I am, taught. It's saying don't try to reason everything out before you say. Okay, I'm inviting. Okay, I was taught by someone, children's choir, all this stuff. They've played piano for churches, their entire life, and before that, studied music. And what else? Used to send out, oh my goodness, devotions. Text messages to family. Okay. I'm like, I don't know, because it's scary, Spirit. It's scary because they have now said they don't believe in God. I'm like, what? But they're also suffering some addictions as well. Step 2. Spiritual homework time. Growing up in the church, I listened to different artists, gospel artists or pastors or whatnot. And just wow, fell in love with the music, and it just ministered to me. I felt the Spirit. I felt better. And even some music wasn't necessarily under gospel, but it was love music. So, and God is love. So, even poetry is between two partners. So there's different types of love. So I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with singing love songs. Doesn't mean I love God or the Holy Spirit any less. It's just that's how we've been designed. We're social beings, and so forth. So step 2, I grew up listening to some, and then later in life, I hear them going, oh, they don't have anyone, or whatever it was they wanted from God, they didn't really get. And they're very sad, or they maybe have been depressed the entire time, or whatever was going on. I'm like, Spirit, what is the... Okay, I won't do that. It made me question the Holy Spirit. Like, why would someone devote their life to you if you couldn't provide for them? If you couldn't give them the desires of their heart, that are good desires, if that's how we're made up. So why are they so distraught and so, sad about whatever it is going on? Because they've led maybe thousands or millions to you. So how can they, how is that they've, worked so hard for the kingdom, but when it's, something for them, is something came up short. I'm not throwing any, but what's up with that? Okay. Step 1. You don't believe in God anymore. Okay. And I know there's some addictive habits. I do see a transformation because of the addictive habits from the person that was a bit more sane, because I've witnessed whatever it is, no substances, they can be mind altering or damaging or destructive, whatever, you want to call it. But the individual I have observed or associated is not the same. They're not the same. The shell is the same, but it's something else operating in there. It's just not the same thing. So, could it be, Spirit, that I'm hearing them give a story or, say their truth, not trying to invalidate how they're feeling, but is there more to it that they're not confessing? And no, it's not necessarily all my business, but my concern was, Spirit, how do I trust you if those who have taught me or mentored me no longer trust in you? So, what's up with that? If they've left the church, if they've left their faith, and I don't want anything fake either, because nothing, I don't want plastic smiles. If they're not feeling, at least they're being honest. Like, you know what, I'm just not, So I would rather have their honesty than to just be strung along, basically. So, yes, I believe the addictions have altered them, their capacity to reason, their capacity to be present, because it's placed them in just this altered state. I don't know where they are. And I do believe they were suffering from maybe a car accident, whatever it was that, they had pain, but it continued, whatever they were doing, to relieve the pain. So it started off as, okay, I need to get better. It just warped into something, transformed into something else. So in the beginning, maybe they didn't start off that way. I don't know. But I think we get it. So those are my thoughts. Like, I don't see them as the same person anymore. Step 1. And so I'm not sure if it was necessarily putting on before, but I think it just opened up their lives, their spirits, their souls to a bunch of stuff because they were less guarded when they were in that altered state. They weren't quite as present with you, Holy Spirit. I don't know if they were really doing the devotions or they were just sending them out. They were trying, but kind of being away from their sanity a bit, or their sound mind. Out of I think maybe there wasn't that connection, if that makes sense. So it might have been more habit. Step 3. I was told by someone that wait, which one is this? Spirit is coming back to my remembrance. Who's step 3? Habit. Things were just done out of habit. I'm dodging it because I'm scared to look at it. Who was the step 3 just doing things? Oh, God. Can I just back up, Spirit? Okay, I'll back up from that because I'm not ready. Back to step 2, maybe. The lonely, the sad, the downtrodden, that have had amazing careers, amazing ministries. Okay, I'm back up to step 3. I had to just get off of that for a second. Oh, I was around someone or some people that suffer. I don't know if it's just both dementia. I don't know, but anyways. They were getting dressed and everything on their own. But then if you look at them or you talk to them, they're completely blank. How did they get, what is that? I had to understand what's going on, to a degree so I could help. I'm like, how are they able to do all these things, function, get up, dress, brush your teeth, clothe, and then if you're talking to them, they're just staring blank at you. They're not able to communicate like they were before. I should put that in there. So, someone told me it was just out of habit and routine. It wasn't necessarily something they had to think about. So basically, you can go through something without even... Okay, yeah, so I think that's clear. But it is just a bit scary because what is going on in the brain? How does it do all of that and not even, Oh my gosh. So yeah, okay, that was step 3. So I think step 3 relates back to step 1 because them sending out devotions and things, it might have been habit growing up in the church. And that may even be step 2 as well. When trying to understand why is it that they devoted so much time to the ministry, and now that they're older or whatever, they're like, oh, where's my, I'm like, was it just routine? Was it just, what was going on? Step 4. Is there an influence of what am I saying, Lord? I'm half sleepy. I gotta get this out. Okay. All right. Step 4. Is there the influence of fame and money? That is a major step I'm dodging because one of the people I really adore, beautiful music, beautiful songs, just like butter. Oh my gosh. And a lot of the music, the songs are like poetry just set to music, very poetic, very beautiful. I'm like, Lord, what else could it be if it's not you? Just, gosh, this is take you away. So, I watched an interview. They're older now, much older. I'm like, Lord, what's going on? Because who wouldn't fall for this? What's up with that? It was just, So I watched an interview, and let me look at my time. Oh, yeah, it's about to cut off. So some platforms have more time, so I'll just post the Well, the whole one would be there, or the entire one. Okay. The whole one, what am I saying? Okay, anyways, my English. Yeah, I mean, their music, their songs are just beautiful. Like, who wouldn't just like, oh my God, fall in love, you know? Although it's ministry, still, it's like, wow, they're so in touch, you know? They're so sensitive. So, God, how, you know? So, anyways, I watched the interview. And they said, oh, the people kept buying. You know, I'm like, huh? That's why they kept producing, or why they kept putting out more music. Because they kept buying and buying and buying. So it made me ponder, was the attraction. Now, I do think it's kind of half, well, yeah, half and half. Because, you know, if they're buying it, yes, it has ministered to them, usually. If I buy something, then yeah, I'm like, oh my God, this helps me. You know, it's not just entertainment. It actually, you know, is something I can use. You know, I'm better for it because of it. So it ministered to me. But was it half and half, or was it 80-20? Was it 90-10? Like, what was it? So, step 5. In my devotion, Spirit has called me out to be honest about everything, about what I'm feeling. And the importance, or the practice of doing devotions, of having these talks with the Holy Spirit, or, you know, it actually brings things forward that are back there. Because it's one thing to think about and kind of, you know, but it's another to actually have to verbalize it, express it. And I've said before, it just takes it to another dimension, another level, because now I can hear myself. It's just, I don't know, it does something. It's progress. I don't know. So, is progress? What? Okay, anyway. I'm progressing by speaking versus kind of keeping it contained. I think that's what I was going for. Okay, clean it up, girl. Oh Lord, let me do a song, because I just, what song? Back to It Is Well. I don't know another verse. Do I? In peace like a river, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well. Okay, it's well. Chills. Okay, yes. It is well with my soul. Okay, what does that song sing? Whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. Whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well. But how is it well? I'm taught through what? Doing devotions. Is that it? When peace like... Okay, I won't back up that far. Well, maybe I should. No. Whatever my lot. I have to dissect that because I sing it. Oh, is that step 6 or step 5? Do we understand what we're even singing or putting out there? Because a lot of the spirituals maybe are traditional and they're beautiful. The hymns, but do we understand it? They feel good. I know I felt good singing it, like, it is well, it is well. Okay, now I'm sorry. Oh, that was so awful. Okay, I shouldn't have put that out there. I'll just keep that between me and Spirit. But yes, I will break it. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, this is how it be though. Okay, am I really posting this one? Because dang it. Oh, is it just saying it? Lord, please don't have me go through these steps. Oh my God, I have to go through whatever I just unpacked. Oh, okay. What was step one? Step one was the person that had some addictions, yes, and I questioned, that no longer believed in God and, whatnot. They're kind of interrelated, but that first step was more so, and they have always, been in the church, played. Okay, so does that relate back up 2 steps? Oh, okay, they're all it's a web. It's a totes web, spirit. Let's just make it all one. Oh my gosh. It is connected. It truly is. Now I sound kind of, no, I don't. Okay. Spirit's like, don't do that to yourself. So let me go back up. The importance of not just singing something or just repeating something is so that it is real to me, so that relationship doesn't die out. That's step one. It just died out if it was just routine, right? So yeah, they're all kind of connected. Like, I think we mirror each other in so many different ways, and just don't know it. And I think that is the beauty of listening to each other's stories. Okay, do I do that one now? Okay. I was listening to a sermon tonight. This is, okay, I won't do that. And the pastor was talking about a biblical character. But then a part of me, for some reason tonight, I'm like, Lord, I want to hear their story. I mean, to be completely transparent and honest, like, Lord, some people grapple with it, with the Bible, and it's not to discredit it. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with referring back to the beautiful stories and principles of perseverance and, endurance and overcoming, deliverance, all of those things. But I think if I go back to step one, it might be powerful as well, just as powerful maybe. It may be needed for others to hear, well, what is your story? How did that relate to your life? Because if it feels distant, if it feels like, okay, just a ministry where you're up there and I'm down here, and yes, you're giving me beautiful knowledge, but do you believe it? So these steps are related because there was the other character where I was like, well, they're a musician or they're, songwriter, whatever it is. And was it just, well, that was a different step if it was just for money or fame, or was it just, I don't know. Maybe they did feel called. Maybe they started out. Did you want them to go deeper? Was that just a beginning? Was there a place where maybe Spirit, I'm not digging into anyone's life, but is it possible? Caramba, what was, okay, anyway. Back to the devotion. Hello? No, let me stop. Don't do it. Anyways, dang it. It just took me off. Okay, let me just back on up then. So the biggest thing that lingers, because there's so many questions, and I think they're pretty much connected at all I don't want to minimize whatever I'm feeling and thinking. Oh, and it's at 24 minutes already. Dang. I was like, I know this was going to go. But let me back up. Let me go back to that pastor I was talking about, because I don't want to get off of that. I was listening and I was like, Lord, I just kind of want to hear, their testimony. maybe every once in a while, like, what's this mean to you? Like, how did God work in your life? Because yes, we can travel back and I'm sure things are relevant. But as I was thinking before, if any of us grapple with that, with religion, I think for some, and maybe just for me, what would still minister to me is not necessarily ignoring the Gospels, but showing me how it, what it means to you, what it means to them, how it relates to their story, their history, their walk, their journey. And I think I would understand it better present day, because we have different customs, things are different, culture, traditions, with everything, there's a lot of stuff that remains, but it's a different day and time. So in order to kind of connect, I think for the ones that were like step one, that was like, no, I don't believe anymore. And the other steps that were like, well, here I am later down the road and I don't have what I've longed for or what I thought I would get. Or the other step where, they just seem to be really down. So, yeah, I literally was thinking, God, I kind of want to hear, for me, that's just maybe my learning style as well. I want to hear someone's truth. Okay, I've already brought that home several times, Spirit. Okay. So what is the the end of this spiritual homework? Not to sound judgmental, but I do have more insight now because of my devotion. So yes, I have progressed, made progress. Because it has increased that level of discernment. It has increased, it's opened my eyes in certain ways, rather. And shared with me, I do believe another benefit of having devotions is, okay, that's my way of saying, yes, I'm open. I want to know. I want to learn. I want to hear from you, Holy Spirit. I want to walk with you, and I may not be all there at the beginning at the jump, but yes, it will get better. And if it's real, it should get better. We should I should draw closer. I should feel whatever it is that is real. It actually exists. It's not in my head. It's not made up. It's not imaginary, but it should there should be evidence. So going back, I was kind of looking for the evidence in, the speakers' lives more so than, the other texts, which are great, but, how does that relate to your life? The intimate lens. Maybe that's the devotion topic, an intimate lens. In order to increase in spirituality, because if I don't see it in their life, their private life, then I really don't believe it's, really something they believe in. It's really real to them. If they can't talk about it, if they can't express it, if it's just, so-and-so or whoever, that we did not know personally. But if you can't talk about it, how it's real to you, then I can understand why so many drift away.